All right, so we need to look for two numbers that multiply to get negative 10 and add to get 3. Positive 5 and negative 2, yep. So when we add them together, we get positive 3. Very good. Okay, so you may remember this as the ACB method. Do you remember that? So we've got x, what did I say? 5, and my brain stopped working. All right, so hopefully most of you got this. So to solve for x, we're using the null factor law. You probably forgot what this is. So a multiplied by b is 0. You're going, why am I talking about that? I'm just saying if two numbers are multiplied together, you don't know what they are, one of those numbers has to be 0, right? So this is the a, this is the b. One of those has to be 0. So either x equals 5, x plus 5 equals 0, or x minus 2 equals 0. So we found x equals negative 5 or x equals 2. So if you got what AC means, the A is the number at the very front, the C is the number at the end, so this becomes negative 48. The B number is the number in the middle, so we have 2. So we want two numbers that multiply to get negative 48 and add to get 2. Did anyone figure it out? Positive 8 and negative 6. Very good. Okay, so these two multiply to get negative 48 and add to get positive 2. So we can put these like in between now. I'll show you what I mean. This 2, what's the common factor for these two? What do they both have? Yep. And we have x minus 1 left over. Okay. What are the common factors for this one? Yep, positive 8, x minus 1. So this and this both have what factor? X minus 1. So we bring that out the front and we write what's left. Okay? Is there any question? Or this number for the moment, and we just look at the first two. Okay, so we want it to become like that. So a bracket x plus something squared. Okay? So it's going to be like a repeat bracket. So what we do is we take the b number divided by 2 and square that. So it would be 8 divided by 2, 4 squared. We also have to minus this number. So 8 divided by 2, 4 squared is, so also minusing this number. Or you can just write it like this. I just prefer to figure it out in my head. Okay, then we have to also put this number at the end as well. Okay, so now we just look at the first three things. We're going to turn that into a double bracket. What would be this factorized? Any ideas? What would be that factorized? two numbers that multiply to get 16 and add to get 8. Four. Does that make sense? So you just take the number inside the brackets and put it there. We then have to have all of this at the end. Let's factorize. Do you remember the difference of squares? What's the difference of squares factorized? Does anyone remember? Don't know what I'm talking about? You take the first number minus the second number, and the first number plus the second number. Do you remember doing this? It was a while ago. So we're going to do this, but for this. So the A thing is x plus 4. And the B, you've got to do the square root of b squared. So it's going to be minus the square root of 35. It's x plus 4 for A, and now it's plus square root 35. And that's it. I factored